Hello, everyone. Good morning to you, and I welcome you to another session. In this video, we shall be taking an holistic view on what our expectation should be like for the new week. And what we are going to be talking about today is the XAUUSD. And I would like to state here that this is going to be a follow up video to my previous analysis on this pair. And talking about follow ups, last week trading session was a roller coaster of buys and sells, and we were lucky enough to take advantage of some of these opportunities. I would like to share with you what actually happened during the course of last week and how we took advantage of some of these opportunities. So, at the beginning of the week, we saw the situation here where price was caught within a channel between the 1916 and the $1,929 level, where we all were looking out for a trading opportunity in the form of a breakout or breakdown of this channel. And we were lucky enough to be part of the breakdown of the channel here, as price action broke down both the 1920 and the $1,916 level. We took advantage of that bearish momentum all the way down, and we added more positions accordingly here, as you can see, before we started seeing some level of buy pressure gradually coming in around the 1905. So we anticipated the possibility that buyers might likely come in at the breakout of the 1920. But instead, we saw the breakdown of the 1905 level before a breakout of the bearish trend line happened here, and then we joined that bullish momentum after the buy position was triggered at the $1920 level. As you can see here, we were part of that trading opportunity as we continue to ride the move all the way up. But as soon as the retail sales data came in, we had a little volatility in the market, which took us out of all the position we had here. And in that regard, we tried to reset and find another way of joining probably trend continuation to the upside or a reversal pattern at this point. So to do that, we had this channel between the 1917 and the 1920 where we were looking out for either a breakout or breakdown to join whatever momentum will be likely coming in here. And what we saw was a breakdown of the 1917, as you can see here on the 18th of this month, and we rode the move all the way down, and we continue to add more position to our existing trade, as you can see here. However, on the 19th, in the morning of the 19th, we were taken out of the sell position as another level of bullish momentum started coming in. So we positioned ourselves above the $1910 level, and though we had some level of buy momentum here, price came back down again. At the end of the day, we were able to be part of this position as price continued to ride all the way up, break out of the 1917, break out of the 1920. So we added more positions until price action got to our TP target at the $1929 level with about 3,000 pips in profit. If you would like to see how we took advantage of all of the opportunities we had last week, I will be linking you to that video with the daily commentaries included right in the comment section of this video. And if you are watching on my YouTube channel, you will be seeing it at the top right hand side of your screen. So with that being said, let's dive back right into the chart here and let's see what is really going on in this market, and let's make a decision for this week. So looking at our daily time frame here, I would just jump into the current structure. If you'd like to see how we got to this level, I will be linking you. You can check my previous videos on the XAUUSD, and I'll be dropping some couple of links in the comment section for those who would like to see how we got to this level. So what I'll be looking at here is since the beginning of the year, and what we observed on the daily time frame was that throughout the month of December, we saw how the $1,820 level has been holding selling pressure. As you saw there, every attempt by the buyers to break out of that structure had been met with strong resistance from the sellers throughout the month of December. However, at the beginning of this year, we finally saw the breakout of the $1,820 level. And I would like to tell you here that since the beginning of the year, we have continued to see a bullish momentum as price action continued to find higher highs. So we had the breakout of the structure here at the 1,860. We saw another breakout of the $1,900 level, a couple of weeks ago. And throughout last week here, as you can see, price action was caught within this channel between the 1,940 and the $1,900 level to further emphasize some level of indecision at this point. So with the current indecision we have here, so we have a flat channel, which could likely turn out to be a trend continuation pattern, where a breakout of the 1940 level could incite a bullish momentum during this week. The other possible scenario that we will be looking at here, considering the technical structure that we have here, you would agree that a retracement phase is long overdue, considering how price action had been bullish since the beginning of the year, and we might likely see a situation where profit taking activities would happen, and this will be reflected on the chart as a retracement phase if price breaks down the $1,900 level with selling pressure below the structure on our lower time frame to anticipate a sell off in this market. So these are the two scenarios I will be looking forward to this week. But I would like to share with you what I was able to identify on a lower time frame, as I have a simple setup that we can use to guide our trading activity for this week. But before I go into the 4 hours time frame, which is the lower time frame where we will be able to see how we can take advantage of the simple setup, I would like us to look at the economic calendar to see if there are any macroeconomic events that we will be looking forward to for this week. And when I looked at the economic calendar, well, we don't have any macroeconomic event until Thursday, that's January 26th, when we have the durable goods order, which is going to be affecting the US dollar. We also have the gross domestic product annualized for the dollar as well. And if you look at what the consensus are saying here, you will notice that it appears that there is a tending towards um, dropping the dollar, in the sense that we have 2.8% compared to the 3.2% of the previous month. Then on that same day, we have the non-defense capital goods order for aircraft also, and the consensus here is not looking that good too as well. So we are going to be looking at this, and it's obvious that participants in this market will be anticipating this event, and we shall be seeing the anticipation of this event reflect on the chart as price action. So in that regard, we will be scaling down to the lower time frame so that we can see things from a technical standpoint, and as a result of this, position ourselves in such a way that we will be able to catch that move when it finally happened. So this is what I have here on the 4 hours time frame. First of all, you would observe that since the beginning of the year, price action has been bullish. So that is what we have here. And we had a the first demand zone for the year sitting around the 1,830 and the $1,820 level as price action continued to find higher highs. And to make things a little bit simpler, I was able to identify this trend line, which appears to have been guiding bullish momentum at least for the last 2 to 3 weeks now, and price action has consistently respected that bullish trend line. However, if we look at what has been happening here since on the 12th of January, we saw that we have a new demand zone right around the $1,900 level, a strong psychological level, considering the nature of this price. Then we also have a supply zone sitting between the 1,930 and the $1,940 level. So that's the channel we identified on the daily time frame. So we shall be using this channel, and the bullish trend line here has a yardstick for our trading activity for this week. So how are we going to be using the structure to guide trading activities? Well, if we look at what has been happening here since the later part of last week's trading session, we saw selling niche around this area. So if I want to be buying the XAUUSD, I want to see an outright breakout of the structure, that is the $1,980 level and the $1,940 area, so that price action gives me a confirmation that price has taken out all the sell positions here, giving me some liquidity around the structure here, which will be reflected on the chart as buying pressure on my lower time frame. Then I could join a trend continuation to the upside. Then the other possible situation that could happen here is to wait out for a breakdown of this demand zone here at the $1,900 level, taking out all the buy positions here. followed with selling pressure below the structure in our lower time frame to give us an opportunity to sell the XAUUSD. However, if we look at the bullish trend line that has been holding bullish momentum in the last 2 to 3 weeks here, I would like to use this to take advantage of a seller opportunity if price action breaks down the bullish trend line here with selling pressure below the structure, then I will be joining that decline to the downside. And if a further breakdown of the $1,900 level happens, we will definitely be thinking of adding more position to our existing trade. So these are my views here on the XAUUSD for this week, but be rest assured that I will be jumping right in the comment section of this video to give you an update on what our expectations should be like after monitoring how participants in this market will be reacting to this current structure during the early hours of the week. I hope this video has been of immense help in making your personal decision on the XAUUSD for this week. And if it did, I will appreciate and be glad that you click the like button to support this project. Thank you for watching this video, and do not forget to follow me on my TradingView platform at Darksherry, spelled DARCSHERRY, so that you don't miss out on the regular updates and daily commentaries I normally share in the comment section of all of my videos. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you right in the comment section as usual as we get ourselves prepared for the new week. Do have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.